OneBlade versus OneBlade Pro. Same blade, same shave, and yet one of them is clearly overkill for most people. The real split here isn't closeness, it's what you're grooming. If your routine ends at the jawline, the standard does the job without you paying for extras you'll never touch. If you also want a tool for the chest, the back, longer beard control, and a battery that survives travel without charging anxiety, the Pro starts making sense. Both linked below with the current price. Face and body. This is where the split actually lives. The standard OneBlade is built for your face, full stop. You get the 360 head, the 5-in-1 comb, and that's the whole conversation. The Pro comes with a separate body blade, a body comb at 3mm, and a skin guard designed for the areas where you absolutely do not want a regular blade going rogue. That skin guard isn't a gimmick. People who use it for chest, underarms, and below the belt mention it's the part that lets them actually trust the tool down there. So if your grooming ends at the neckline, the body kit is dead weight you paid for. If you've been juggling a face trimmer and a separate body groomer, the Pro collapses that into one handle. Straight up, that's the cleanest reason to spend more here. Length control. The standard's 5-in-1 comb runs 1 to 5mm, which covers stubble and short beard territory and not much else. The Pro's 14-length comb goes from 0.4 up to 10mm. That's a real range. You can dial in a barely there shadow, a defined 3-day look, or grow into a proper short beard and still maintain it with the same comb. For me, this matters more than the spec sheet makes it look. Going from 5 clicks to 14 isn't about having more numbers, it's about not being stuck between two lengths that never quite look right. There's an opinion floating around from a long-term user who jumped from the original to the Pro, and the thing they kept coming back to was finally being able to keep their beard at the exact length they wanted instead of close enough. If you care about styling, that's the difference. If you only ever shave clean or keep stubble at one setting, the basic comb is genuinely fine, and the Pro's range is overkill. Battery. The standard gives you 45 minutes after an 8-hour charge. The Pro gives you 90 minutes after a 1-hour charge, plus a battery indicator so you actually know where you stand. Look, 8 hours to top up in 2026 is rough. And the standard has no real charge indicator, which means the classic move of it dying mid-shave is a thing people actually complain about. The Pro fixes both problems at once. Faster charge, double the runtime, and you can see what's left. For travel, that's not a small thing. A week-long trip on the Pro is a non-event. The standard, you're packing the cable and praying. And both charge over USB-A, by the way, not USB-C. There's a review I came across where someone was otherwise thrilled with the Pro, and the one thing that bugged them was having to carry the specific cable instead of grabbing whatever phone charger was nearby. Fair point. Philips hasn't moved on this yet. On the actual shave, both run the same OneBlade 360 system. Same 12,000 cuts per minute, same dual protection coating. The closeness you get is basically identical, and the consistent line from people who own either model is the same. Not as smooth as a manual razor, but way kinder to the skin, especially on the neck. So no, the Pro isn't buying you a better shave. It's buying you more tool around the same shave. Price and value. Both sit in a friendly range for what they are, with the Pro carrying a noticeable premium. The standard tends to drop more often on promotions, especially around the big sale events, while the Pro holds its price more steadily, but shows up in manufacturer deals here and there. What you're actually paying for with the Pro: the body blade, the skin guard, the 14-length comb, the bigger battery, the faster charge, and the indicator. What you're paying for with the standard: the same shave, the same 360 head, in a simpler package with one comb and one blade. Replacement blade costs are similar between the two, and both blades are rated around 4 months with normal use, though heavy beards tend to chew through them faster. That ongoing cost is the same conversation either way, so it doesn't tilt the value math. The hardware around the blade is where your money goes. Here's the call. No single winner, and I won't fake one. The standard and the Pro are aimed at two different buyers, and the trade-off is pretty simple. If your routine ends at the jawline and you keep one stubble length, the standard OneBlade is the smarter buy. Same shave, less money. If you want one tool for face and body, real beard length control, and a battery that survives a trip, the Pro earns the extra cost without question. The standard tends to drop more often around the big sale events, so if budget's the deciding factor, wait it out. And you, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Both linked below with the current price.